Hey everyone! So today I got a new booster pack. The new 2015 collection, Fate Reforged, has been released. Unfortunately, they have already re-released. They have already released a new collection, so now technically my deck is old news. But I'm going over to a friend's house. We're just playing random game. I'm hoping. And so I thought I would show you my deck that I've had for about a month now, and I've never even opened it yet. So let's take a look at this. This is Unflinching Assault. It is a white deck. Alright, so inside the packaging we have a rules reference card. So plains, islands, swamp, mountains, and forests. With the different lands. So it tells you different parts of the turn. So I have my deck here, and I have 2 boosters. Ooh, that's nice. Plus I also have a booster that I bought on my own. I have a second one somewhere around here. I don't know where it went. But yeah. 15 cards just up and disappeared. This also came. That's a pretty cool picture. A dragon. Or rather a worm. So here are all the cards that come in my deck: the Unflinching Assault, Cunning Plan, Grave Advantage, Stampeding Hordes, and Surprise Attack. Those are the names of the decks. So, when it tells us the rarity. So C is common, U is uncommon, R is rare, and L is, I believe, legendary, but that just seems weird to me. Let's see what it says in this. Because it says that I've got several planes that are legendary, and I'm like, I doubt they gave those to me. Alright, so a little information about this collection. The set contains 185 cards, 70 common, 60 uncommon, 35 rare, 10 mythic rare, and 10 basic lands. So the L's actually stand for lands, so not legendary, my bad. Okay, so I just did a review on Cons of Takar. That is actually previous, before this set. But they are still permitted in the standard format. So, Fate Reforged, Cons of Takar, Magic 2015, Journey into the Nyx, Born of the Gods, and Throws are permitted in standard format. So, Dragons of Takar are coming out soon, here in the next, I don't know, few weeks. So, I'm going to go ahead and open up the actual pack and see what we get. So the first card is a holographic. It is the one that we saw when, on the window of the packaging. This is Dragon Scale General. It requires 3 lands and at least 1 white land. It is a creature. It's a human warrior. It has 2/3. At the beginning of your end step, bolster X, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. So choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put an X. A +1/+1 counters on it. This is card 11 of 185. Pretty cool. And look at all the shiny. It's so shiny. The next card is Cruel Sadist. Sadist. Requires 1 black land. It's a creature, a human assassin. Has 1/1. So it has black land and a turn, pay 1 life, put a +1/+1 counter on Cruel Sadist. 2 black lands and your turn, remove X +1/+1 counters from Cruel Sadist. Cruel Sadist deals X damage to target creature. So I'm guessing you have to pay those. And this is card 93 of 269. What? M15. So, oh, this is from the Magic 15 deck. Wow. So they've included a card from another line. This isn't even from the Fate Reforged. This is from the Magic 15. And you can tell that by that emblem right there. But it is a rare. It has the little shiny dot right there. Up to the side. Alright, so next one we have Avian Skirmisher. Takes 1 white land. Creature, bird warrior, flying. And it has a 1/1. And this is card 6 of 185. We've got another one. Then there is Mardu Hateblade, requires 1 white land. Creature, human warrior. Mardu Hateblade gains Mardu Hateblade gains Death Touch until end of turn. Any amount of damage it deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. It is a 1/1 and it is 16 of 269. This is from another different collection. You can always tell what collection they are based off of this little symbol here. It tells you. So I need to figure out what collection this came from, because this isn't even from the Fate Reforged line. Another one from the another card from the Magic 15 line. This is Orsko's Swiftclaw, requires 2 lands. It's a cat warrior, and after the battle it gives a little, so it's just a regular fighting creature, has no special abilities. This is card 22 of 269, and it is a 3/1. Another one. Okay, Fate Reforged. This is either an uncommon or rare, not sure which. So this is Battle Brawler, requires 2 lands. Creature or warrior, as long as you control a red or white permanent. Battle Brawler gets a 1/0 and has first strike. He has 2/2 and he is 63 of 185. And we have Chief of the Edge, a land and requires a white and a black land. Creature, human warrior. Other warrior creatures you control get a +1/0, and it has a 3/2 life, and this is card 169 of 269. Requires a white and black land. This is Chief of the Scale. It's a creature, human warrior. Other warrior creatures you control get a +0/+1, and this is a 2/3. From the new line, we have Sand Steep Outcast, requires 3 lands. Creature, human warrior. When Sandstep Outcast enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on Sandstep Outcast. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. And it is a 2/1, and this is card 25. You get 2 of those. Next one is Hooded Assassin. Requires 3 lands. Creature, human assassin. When Hooded Assassin enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on Hooded Assassin. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. It is a 1/2, and it is card 73. Next we have Merciless Executor, requires 3 lands, creature or warrior. When Merciless Executor enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. It is 3/1 and is card 76. The next one is Abzan Skyscraper, requires 4 lands. Is a creature, bird soldier, flying. When Abzan Sky Captain dies, bolster 2. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put a +1/+1 counters, and put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It is a 2/2, and it is card 4. There's another one of those. Razorfoot Griffin, requires 4 lands, creature. This is from the Magic 15 collection. Flying. This creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. First strike. This creature deals combat damage before creatures without first strike. It has a 2/2 and is card 27 of 269. Gravedigger. This just makes me think of the monster truck. I'm sorry. Requires 4 lands. It's a zombie creature from the Magic 2015 line. When Gravedigger enters the battlefield, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It has a 2/2, and it is card 99 of 269. Unyielding Krumar, requires 4 lands, creature or orc warrior, 1 plus a light. Unyielding Krumar gains first strike until end of turn, has 3/3, and is card 94 of 269. Elite Scale Guard, requires 5 lands. Creature, human soldier. When Elite Scale Guard enters the battlefield, bolster 2. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. This is card 12 and has a 2/3 life. Has a 2/3. Okay. Scoured Barrens. This is a land. Scoured Barrens enters the battlefield tapped. When Scoured Barrens enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. On your turn, add a light or dark to your mana pool. Another Scoured Barrens. Scoured Barrens. We get Plains. This is a basic Plains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13 Plains. And those are card 177. Then we get a Swamp, basic land Swamp. This is card 180 of 185. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of those. And then there is a debilitating injury. This is an enchantment, requires 2 mana. Enchanted creature gets -2, -2. And this is card 68 of 269. Got 2 of those. You need 3 mana. It's an instant. You gain 4 life, bolster 2. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. And this is card 14 of 185. There's 2 of those. Alright, so the next one is an instant. Sandblast. Requires 3 mana. It's an instant. Sandblast deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. This is card 24. Diplomacy of the Waste requires 3. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. If you control a warrior, that player loses 2 life. This is card 67. Another instant. Harsh Sustenance. Requires 1 random, a white and a black land. It's an instant. Harsh Sustenance deals X damage to target creature or player, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control. Ooh, pretty cool. And it's card 154. There's 2 of those. Next we have Rush of Battle. It requires 4 lands. It's a sorcery. Creatures you control get a +2/+1 until end of turn. Warrior creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Damage dealt by those warriors also causes their controller to gain that much life. This is card 19. Raider's Spoils requires 4 lands. It's an enchantment. Creatures you control get a +1/+0. Whenever a warrior you control deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card. And that's card 83. And there's 2 of those. Then there's Take Up Arms. These are 5 lands. It's an instant. Put 3 1/1 white warrior creature tokens onto the battlefield. This is card 26. And the last one is Throttle. Requires 5 lands. It's an instant, and target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. And that is card 93. So in this entire deck, it's brand new. These are all the cards that were not from this line. These are all older cards. They are still acceptable within the game regulations, but they're not new cards. They're cards we've seen before. Gave me 18 cards from the old line, and hopefully there will be 18 cards in my new deck, booster packs, that I will want to use. Alright, in the first one we have Typhoid Rats. It's a creature, requires 1 land. Death Touch. Any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. This is card 89. And yes, I'm going to use it. Grim Contest. It's an instant. Requires 1 random, a black land, and a green land. Choose target creature you control, and target creature an opponent controls each of these creatures deals damage equal to its toughness to the other. So, and this is card 153. The next one is Dragon Bell Monk. Requires 3 lands, creature, human monk, vigilance, prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets a +1/+1 until end of turn. So card 10 has a 2/2 life. Rakshasha's Disdain requires 3 lands. It is an instant, counter target spell, unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. So if you have a high graveyard, that would be fun to play with. This is card 45. Grumog's Angler requires 7 lands, creature, zombie fish, delve. Each card you exile from your graveyard while casting the spell pays for 1. It's got a 5/5. Is card 72. Sultai Runemark requires 3 lands. It's an enchantment, aura, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets a +2/+2. Enchanted creature has death touch as long as you control a green or blue permanent. Any amount of damage it deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. So this is card 86. Right into Being. Requires 3 lands, or 3 mana. Sorcery, look at the top 2 cards of your library. Manifest one of those cards, then put the other on top or bottom of your library. To manifest a card, put it onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. And that is number 59. Goblin Heel Cutter requires 4 lands. Creature, Goblin Berserker. Whenever Goblin Heel Cutter attacks, target creature can't block this turn. Dash requires 2 fire lands. You may cast the spell for its dash cost. If you do, it gains haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. It is a 3/2, and it is card number 102. Map of the Wastes. Excuse me, sorry about that. Requires 3 lands. Sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Boister 1. Choose a creature with the least toughness among creatures you control and put a +1/+1 counter on it. It is card 134. Collateral Damage. Requires 1 land, instant. As an additional cost to cast collateral damage, sacrifice a creature. Collateral damage deals 3 damage to target creature or player. It's card 95. Goblin Boom Keg. Oh goodness. Requires 4 lands. It is an artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Goblin Boom Keg. When Goblin Boom Keg is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. It is card 159. Going to my deck. Karzi High Priest requires 1 land. Creature, human cleric. 2 lands on the turn. Sacrifice another creature. Manifest the top card of your library. Put that card onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. 0/2. And this card 80. Battlefront Crushhawk. Creature beast requires 5 lands. Battlefront Crushhawk can't be blocked by more than one creature. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it can't be blocked by more than one creature. And it has a 3/4, and it is card 125. Requires 5 lands. It's an enchantment. Palace Siege. As Palace Siege enters the battlefield, choose cons or dragons. Cons. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Dragons. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Card 79 to the deck. Windscarred Crag. It's a land. Windscarred Crag enters the battlefield tapped. When Windscarred Crag enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. On your turn, add a fire or white land, plains land to your mana pool. Oh. This is card 175. And then just an info card. Last card pack, booster pack. And this is Cunning Strike, instant. Requires 5 lands. Cunning Strike deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. Draw a card. It's card 150. When Arshan Cleric enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. It's a 1/3 creature and is card number 5. Abzan Advantage. It requires 2 lands. It's an instant. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Boister 1. Choose a creature with the least toughness. And this is card 2. Avian Surveyor. Requires 5 lands. Creature, Bird Scout, Flying. When Avian Surveyor enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on Avian Surveyor. Return target creature to its owner's hand. It is a 2/2 and it is card number 31. Typhoid Rats. Earthreal Ambush requires 5 lands. Instant. Manifest the top 2 cards of your library. To manifest a card, put it onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature. Turn it face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. And this is card 152. Archers of Karzi. 4 lands. Creature, Naga Archer. Defender Reach. This creature can block creatures with flying. Has a 5/2 and it is card 124. Smoldering Effect. Requires 2 lands. Creature, Efrit Monk. When Smoldering Efrit dies, it deals 2 damage to you. Ouch. It is a 2/2 and it is card 115. Return to the Earth. 4 lands, instant. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. This card 135. Great Horn Kershak. 5. Creature, beast, perfectly suited for life in the shifting. It has a 3/5 and it is card number 13. Bloodfire Enforcers. 4 lands. Creature, human monk. Bloodfire Enforcers has first strike and trample as long as an instant card and a sorcery card are in your graveyard. It is a 5/2 card and it is number 93. Grave Strength. 2 lands, sorcery. Choose target creature. Put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard, then put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each creature card in your graveyard. It is card number 71. Mind Scour Dragon. Acquires 6 lands, creature, dragon, flying. Whenever Mind Scour Dragon deals combat damage to an opponent, target player puts the top 4 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. It is a 4/4 and card number 41. Ojutai, Soul of Winter. This is a 7 land card. Legendary creature, it's a dragon. Flying Vigilance. Whenever a dragon you control attacks, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. That permanent doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. 5/6, and it is card 156. Dismal Backwater. It's a land. Dismal Backwater enters the battlefield tapped. When Dismal Backwater enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Add a water or black to your mana pool. Spirit. Token creature, spirit, flying. It's 2 of 4, and it is a 1/1. I don't know, it's a creature, so I don't know if it requires tokens or not. So that was all the cards that I got out of my basic pre-built deck and the boosters, the 2 boosters that came with it. That was a lot of fun, guys, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.